Hey everybody, happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you had a great weekend. Hopefully you were able to jump online and worship with us yesterday. Today is Monday, which means Kids Corner, only today it's not going to be Kids Corner. We are going to shift gears and talk to our students and student parents. So I was thinking this week as I was talking to our interim team leaders that while we have met and we talk on a regular basis, you guys probably haven't met them. So we met as a team and had this great plan together on a Tuesday in March, and that following Thursday is when Governor DeWine issued the stay-in-place order. So we never really officially introduced our interim team to you. They are doing a fantastic job leading your students through this time. They're constantly checking up on them and connecting with the small group leaders. So I really appreciate their leadership during this time of transition. Before I hand it over to them though, I wanted to talk real quickly to our current seniors. First of all, we are so sorry that your senior year ended this way. While we kind of all expected to hear that announcement when it was official last week, I know there was a lot of broken hearts. People were sad and disappointed that their senior year ended in such a crazy way. So we are sorry for you. We are praying for you and we love you. And just know when we are finally able to get back together, we are going to celebrate big. We know you've worked hard and have so many accomplishments that we want to celebrate. And so we will do that. Along those same lines, on June the 3rd, a college small group is going to start, whether that's in person or Zoom, we just don't know yet. But Pastor Brad and Tasha have agreed to lead that. So there are so many of you high school students, seniors, that are going to be college students, and then a bunch of college students that are home for the summer. And so that will be a group led by Brad and Tasha starting June 3rd. So we will get information out to you as soon as we can regarding that. I've also had a few questions about camp. Yes, it is still on currently. We haven't heard anything from the camp yet regarding our week. As soon as we do, we will let you know. In the meantime, if you know your student is going to want to go, you can go online and go ahead and register them. There's no registration fee. It just lets us know that your student wants to go. And then back to seniors, on July 19th, we are going to have a senior Sunday, providing we can be here in person and celebrate you. And then we'll have a family lunch following that service. If for some reason we are still restricted and can't do that, we will find a different date or figure out a different way to celebrate your accomplishments. So without talking anymore, I wanted to just briefly introduce to you your interim team that are leading your students currently. Sarah Burgraff, the junior high girls leader, Paul Adams, the junior high boy leader, and then Tim and Wendy Pitcher are the high school boys and girls leader, and they are doing a fantastic job. So if you have any questions about their roles or anything after you watch the videos that they have created for you, please let me know. I'll be glad to answer any questions or email them directly. They are quite capable of answering any question that you have. So thanks for listening. Stick around and meet your great team.
My name is Sarah Burgraff, and I'm the interim junior high girls team lead. Some of you may know me as the weekday preschool director at Liberty Heights, and I am so excited, in addition to that job, to be taking on this new interim part time position with the junior high ministry. But my favorite job of all is being a mom to my three kids. My boys are 12 and 14, and my daughter is 8. I've been attending Liberty Heights Church for about the last 17 years, ever since my husband and I got married and I moved to the Cincinnati area. And I have been involved in student ministry in some capacity for nearly the last 20 years. Um, I started out as a classroom teacher, and most of my classroom teaching experience was in middle school, and that's when I really fell in love and developed a passion for students that are at this junior high age. And then my husband and I also did youth ministry at a church plant for a couple of years. And then we've also worked with the college ministry at Liberty Heights on and off throughout our marriage in different capacities. So I really just enjoy the opportunity to work with youth. A lot of my experience has also been with children. I've volunteered and had different serving and even some paid positions in Kid City over the years. And so it's really neat because I've gotten the opportunity to work with the kids who are in junior high now and see them grow up through Kid City. And so I am just so excited to see a lot of those familiar faces. And I know a lot of their parents. And with having children of my own who are at that junior high age, I know even more of those kids because of that. So that just makes this even more exciting because I actually know a lot of the kids that I'm going to be getting to work with. I am super excited right now about what is going on in junior high ministry at Liberty Heights. We have still been able to have our life groups every week. The girl life groups meet at 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. And I have just been super impressed with what I have heard in those meetings. I'm able to listen in on those almost every week. And the life group leaders are just doing a phenomenal job of leading those meetings. It's really evident how much they have invested in those girls and really gotten to know them. The conversations that they are able to have is just very meaningful, and they just really do a great job, and it's so evident their passion for girls that age. So if you have a daughter in seventh or eighth grade and she has not been able to join her Zoom life group meeting since this shelter in place has started, I would really encourage you to have her jump on there. If you're not getting the emails with those links, be sure to email us and let us know so we can get those to you. But it's kind of a little bit of a different group of girls that jump on there every week. So we would love to have her. We would love to see her, and there's nothing that's gone on in those that she can't just jump in and join at any time. So we try to make those super fun. We've started incorporating games and prizes, and I actually mailed out our first set of prizes just yesterday to the girls who won last week. So that's just a super fun time, and I think it kind of helps them forget a little bit about everything that's going on in the world, and they can just kind of meet together with their friends and talk about the things that are going on in their lives and in their hearts. One of the things that I am extremely passionate about is skincare and body image and things like that. God has given me a ministry over the years with makeup. I do a lot of prom makeup and wedding makeup and things like that. And so one of the things that I was really looking forward to doing before we had to start sheltering in place, and I hope to be able to do when we're able to gather together again, is have all the junior high girls together and talk with them about skincare and makeup and beauty and what the Bible has to say about that. I know girls growing up in this world that we're living in get a lot of mixed messages about that and a lot of wrong messages about that. But the Bible actually has a lot to say about that. And so I would love the opportunity to be able to just, let them know how we can do makeup in a God honoring way, how we can, honor God through the way that we do that. So I hope to be able to do that sometime soon when we're able to gather back together again. But we have a lot of exciting things planned and coming up. We are continuing to work hard to make sure that we are engaging those kids and keeping them involved with things. So if you have any questions or if there's anything that any of us on the team can do to help you, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to help you any way we can.
Hey everybody, how crazy it is that we've transitioned now to this new Lhc Student Ministry for over a month, and we're still throwing out intro videos. So I'm happy to use technology for its good, to tell you guys a little bit more about myself, and to just be excited about the direction of student ministry. I know we all wish that we were meeting in person and we had more of the biblical fellowship that we all desire and that the Bible speaks so highly of. I can't wait to get back in person with everybody. But my name's Paul. I am currently serving as the junior high ministry boys leader, and very excited about that. Got involved with student ministry back in 2014. My soon-to-be wife and I were helping a VBS down in Reading, and they asked if we would help get their student ministry kind of growing a little bit more. So we prayed about that and decided God wanted us down there. So we stayed there for a little bit. And then shortly after, my longtime friend and pastor at North Fairfield Baptist Church reached out and said, hey, we feel like God's calling you guys to come lead here in our youth ministry part-time. So we came up to North Fairfield after praying about it. Very happy about that and our time there. Over a year later, they made our part-time position full-time, and at that point in time, my wife and I were talking and discussing what's next for us, and we prayed about it, and we felt like the next direction was going to be at a different local body, a different local church. So we did a bunch of searching, and at the same time, we've led a Bible study for over 3 years now, and we ended up at Liberty Heights Church, and now we've been here for almost a year. And I jokingly told my wife that, hey, we probably will never be in another part-time role again when it comes to ministry. And, about a week later, I got an email from Shannon saying, hey, we'd like to talk to you about student high ministry here. And now that's where we're at. And I'm very glad God's called me to do this. And for as long as he calls me to do it, I can't wait to just share the good news and to proclaim his name. So very excited about student ministry. I love sharing my experiences and just trying to promote God and our faith in God and how he is the hero of the Bible. And the earlier students, and we see that as a people, the quicker we can learn and just be devoted to him in intimacy. And it's just a great thing. But yeah, sharing the good news is something I have a passion for, no matter what the age group. Junior high ministry, though, is fantastic. Full-time, I work as a professor at University of Cincinnati, Blue Ash location, teaching nursing. And to keep my skills sharp for nursing reasons, I also work part-time at Mercy Fairfield, not part-time, but PRN as needed at Mercy Fairfield, just to stay in touch, and it's a great call to serve people too. So that's a little bit about me. Very excited to see what's in store. Can't wait to get back in person and fellowship with everybody. But I hope your students are enjoying the Zoom life groups, and if they're not in it yet, they need to get in it, because it's a great time to be able to catch up and virtually use the great things that God's given us for his glory. If you have questions on how to get your student into it, feel free to reach out to anybody on the team. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me as well. So thanks, guys. See ya.
Hi, I'm Wendy Pitcher, the new High School Ministries girls team leader. My husband Tim and I have 4 boys, Caleb, Brendan, Andrew, and Jeffrey. Tim and I have been on staff with a mission organization known as Athletes in Action for over 26 years. I am also the administrative assistant here at Liberty Heights Preschool. We have been members of Liberty Heights Church for 24 years. And in those 24 years, I have served in many different areas of ministry. I served in Liberty Town for 10 years. And then I moved upstairs to what was then known as 45th Avenue to teach 4th and 5th grade girls. I also sang in the choir and on the praise team for several years. I have now worked with the student ministry for 6 years. When I first transitioned to working with the girls in the 4th and 5th grade, I felt like I really wanted to start pouring into the lives of girls. Since I didn't have any of my own and had a little bit of knowledge being a girl, I felt like that was something that God really wanted me to be able to use and to pass along to another generation. When I was first asked to teach those girls and thought about what do I want to teach them and what do I want to communicate to them, if you ask me today, it's the same thing. I wanted to be able to let girls know that no matter what culture tells them and no matter what people tell them, that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, that they are loved by God, and that they are fearfully and wonderfully made by Him. Students really are our future, and studies tell us that many times if we don't reach our students for Christ before they leave home, they may never choose to follow Him. As I have worked with my group of girls, I've probably learned more than they have. They have all grown and matured into amazing leaders and compassionate friends. By working with students, you get to see them apply all the biblical knowledge that they have accumulated into their lives as athletes, friends, scholars, and members of society. I know many of our students are discouraged right now. They're mad, they're unmotivated, and they wonder, where is God in all of this? I encourage everyone to be connected to a life group at this otherwise lonely time in our world. We are here for your student. We are all members of one body, and we desperately need each other. If he or she has not been connected to a life group, we meet every Sunday night at 5:30 on Zoom. We talk, play games, and discuss the sermon. If you need more information, please comment below or email me at wendy.pitcher@libertyheights.org. If you have any other questions for me specifically in regards to high school ministries, you can email me as well. I look forward to meeting more of you when it's safe to do so. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and serve Christ well.
Hi, my name is Tim Pitcher, and I'm the Student Ministry High School Boys Interim Leader. I've been in the student ministry for many years now, it seems. Originally started out in the what is now Bridge 56 group with a group of boys, and have followed them since 5th grade all the way up now until their junior year. And so I've really enjoyed getting to invest my time into these boys' lives and look forward to helping all the boys at the high school level grow in their faith, grow in their walk with God, and really be able to own their faith as in high school and as they go into the college level. It was a pretty integral part in my life during those high school years, and I hope to be able to invest into their lives as people invested into me. Part of this time for you as parents is really to encourage and or even start the computer for your kids as our Sunday night Zoom calls take place at 5:30 each week. We find these times to be pretty interactive, and the boys have really been growing in their faith as we've talked about Pastor Brad's sermons, as we've talked about the student-led messages, but even as we talk about life and their faith as they deal with the quarantine, what's going on in the news, and so forth. The leaders of each of the groups are doing a great job and really just want to love and invest in your kids. A few other tools that we've found to be pretty helpful is the YouVersion devotional apps. It's a great way for the families to do an app devotional together, but as well, each of the groups try to have a different weekly devotion where the boys are able to get into God's Word, think about things, how it would apply to their life and to their faith. And so please set a timer, remind your child, even go with them to get their computer going so that this way they can re-engage if they haven't been in a while, or if they just got a busy schedule, the timer will remind them it's time to go to life group. Wendy and I, just a little bit about ourselves, have been on staff with Athletes in Action since 1994. I've served in many different roles and been around the world doing ministry, whether that's direct ministry through chaplaincy and evangelism, or if it's serving as a leadership role that I'm currently in. We just really want to see God's Word spread around the world because we know that the gospel has changed each of our lives, and we want to continue to help change lives around the world, but specifically right here at Liberty Heights in the boys and the girls of the high school ministry.